Hi again. Today I'm making a tutorial on how to make a cupcake topper. I chose a mermaid under the sea theme because I received a question on how can I make a topper that won't melt with the hot weather. So I had this simple idea using a foam sheet. They sell them all different kinds of colors and styles. I really like the ones that bring glitter on it. It makes our toppers look really nice. So first of all, you're gonna wanna print out or cut out a stencil. I made one as a mermaid tail. After you have your stencil, you just trace on the back of your foam sheet your tails, and you flip it over and draw a couple more because you're going to want a front and a back to your topper. After you have them traced out, you cut them out, and this foam sheet is actually a sticker type, so you just have to peel off the piece of paper on the back, and it is really sticky. If not, just use hot glue. And after you peel the back part of your foam sheet, you just place a regular toothpick on the back and it will hold perfectly. And afterwards, just place another mermaid tail on the back part. Press on a little bit so you have a nice design on the front and on the back. This is a really simple idea, just using foam sheet. You could use any color. I used orange because it's the one I had at home. So then you just stick it into your buttercream and voila. So for a more elaborate kind of cupcake topper, you could use either fondant or gum paste. You can purchase this at your local store. And I like it personally because it dries overnight, so it turns out to be really hard and it won't melt with hot temperatures. So things you're gonna need are a couple of tools. I like to use these professional molds, of course, but I also use regular cookie cutter or the ones we use for Play-Doh. Yes, I buy these at my local dollar store and they come in really handy, all shapes and sizes. So you could actually use those also. And I also have these tools I bought on Wish. You always want to have a couple of these because they also come in handy when you want to decorate your fondant or just manipulate it better. So these were basically $1 on Wish. And well, you're going to spread out a little bit of confectioner's sugar on your table, on your clean surface, or wherever you're going to work out. Then you're going to get your fondant, roll it out like that, and not too thick, just like that. It's a perfect size. And after you have it rolled out, you're just gonna get your cookie cutter, Play-Doh cutter, whatever cutter you have, and just cut out your, in this case it's a circle, your circle. Cut out a star, whichever color you like. And I made these little pieces of ball with the fondant. You could use sprinkles also, or any type of little candies you could find at your local store. So with a little bit of buttercream or royal icing, you just glue them on. Before gluing it on, you can use a tool that has a pointy tip. So you could make your little designs on top of your star just to make a starfish. You don't go all the way through, just a little bit. So you put a little bit of icing on the back, not too much because you don't want it to smear all over. And you place it on top of your circle, like that. Just like that. You could cut out, this is my cutout, this is my rolled out piece of fondant. I'm going to cut out another star because this one's a little too small for my circle. Won't come out, won't come out. There you go. Have my star. And I'm going to just make a couple of designs on it so it looks like a starfish with my tool. You remember, don't go all the way through, just a little bit. Just like that. Put some royal icing on the back. Just place it right over this one. Just like that. Then we're gonna get your sprinkles. I have a lot of confectioner sugar on my hands. You're gonna use your sprinkles or your little tiny balls in shape of a bead. Just with a little bit of buttercream or royal icing, just put a little bit so you can place them right on top. Press a little bit, not too hard. And it's easier to use these kind of tools because you could clean out any excess buttercream or royal icing. There's this other little tool I use before putting any small parts. Has this little round piece on the top, and you just press on where you're gonna place your little bead, sprinkle, jewel, just like that. And with your icing, it's gonna work like a glue. Just press down a little bit. Just like that. One more maybe. Oh. And we clean out the excess with our tool. With a little paintbrush, clean paintbrush, or whatever little brush you have, just wipe off the excess of sugar. I don't have one right now. So this would be little under the sea cupcake topper. Just leave it overnight, wait till it dries, and then just place it on top of your buttercream. Real nice. And it will definitely not melt, and you can actually eat it, and it tastes really good. So that's another way you could do it. Tastes really good. So this is my last idea. Always have a little bit of sugar, confectioner sugar, on your working space. That way your fondant or gum paste will not stick to the surface. Now I'm manipulating my fondant. They actually do come in different colors. I like to buy the white one because I can color it whatever color I want. So yeah, manipulate it a little bit, make a little ball. I'm going to make a mermaid tail now. So I'm gonna put the blue one and the yellow one together like that. So I'm just gonna try and smush them a little bit together. Just like that. And with this tool, I do not know the name of it, we're just going to flatten out the gum paste or fondant. Flip it over so it's nice and even. And it'll practically maybe look like that. I think I rolled it out a little too thin. You can leave it thicker. And I cut out a mermaid tail with cardboard. I drew on the cardboard, cut it out, and I'm just going to place it right on top of my fondant. You could use an X-Acto knife or one of your fondant cutting tools and just go right along the side of your cardboard stencil. The X-Acto knife is way better because it's sharper, but this will manage. So you go all around your stencil, cut all around carefully. And almost finished. Okay, remove the excess. Let's pick it up. So this is what it looks like. And let me use the same tool, this pointy tool, just to fix the edges a little bit. You could also use your finger just to fix the edges. It is a little thin, but this is what it will look like. Mermaid tail. And with your tools, you have this one, it's really cool. You just make a couple of you press a little bit to make a couple of lines. That way you'll just make a little design on your tail. Just like that. And let me see if I have something. Oh, I got this tool. This is a cool tool. It's kind of like a U shape. Let's make a couple of scales with this one. Oh, this is cool. Yep, this is real cool. You know, it wasn't that expensive. It's super easy. There you go. And here we have a mermaid tail for the top of our cupcake. You could place it like that. If you want to try, you could also use a toothpick and very, very carefully you are going to try and put it, well, if it were a little thicker, you could actually put the toothpick right through it. So you could just wait overnight until it dries, and then you'll have a nice little mermaid tail. You could just, oh, it's melting. No, it's not. It'll dry overnight, and then it'll just look like that on your cupcake. If not, you can always, let's mix some colors here. I have blue and yellow. I'm just going to twist them and twirl them like that. Need a little ball here. And I'm just gonna make it flat. And do the same. Make it, do this again. That way you're just mixing and matching colors. There you go. So let's flatten it out a little bit. Not too much, because we want it to be thick. So we have this cool design, and you could actually mix it more. Let's just mix it one more time so it's much more incorporate. Let's make a little ball. Make a little ball. Flatten it out a little, not too much. Oh, fell down. Sorry. Okay, this is what it looks like when you put two different colors together. And it's much more thicker than the first. Let me cut out a star. There you go. Let's go take it out. There it comes. I have a star. Always fix your edges. I got a little star here. Star. And with your little pointy, or even this one, you're going to make your design. This is a good alternative for your cupcake toppers instead of chocolate. It won't melt with the heat. And since this one is thicker, use your toothpick right through the center of your star, and voila, cupcake topper. So you got a couple of ideas. I hope it was useful. You can make them flat, you can make them 3D, you could use foam sheet. You could print out any clip art and do the same as with the foam sheet. Just glue it onto a piece of cardstock or poster board and use the toothpick on the back. And there you have it. Different kind of toppers. I hope you liked it, and I hope it was useful, and just stay tuned and keep on asking some questions. I will be glad to help out as I can. Ciao. Oh.